Good morning and welcome back to Winning Bet Picks. My name is Gio and I'm here alongside Luca. And today we'll be previewing and predicting Thursday's Europa League fixtures. It is Matchday 5 and we got some exciting games here for you. How's everything going today, Luca?
Everything's fantastic. Thank you, Gio.
Excellent. So just before we get into Thursday's matchups, we do have some announcements to make. Of course, yesterday we did release our predictions for the Champions League. We already got two winning results for. Tuesday's games, and we got two more today. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you go back on our channel and watch the Champions League predictions as well, following this video, of course. And we'll see if we can go four for four. That'll be something. Now, let's get into Thursday's games for the Europa League. And the first game we want to be speaking about today is LASK versus Tottenham. And what a game this should be here. Tottenham, of course, have been playing well, in command at the moment of the situation in their respective group. And, a win is something that they'll be looking for, especially given the fact that Antwerp are tied with them on standings with 9 points, and LASK is just right behind them. A win for Tottenham will pretty much settle their progression to the next round, and a loss for LASK is pretty much going to destroy their chances here, of course, with just one more game remaining after this round of fixtures. Luca, Tottenham have been quite comfortable in their recent showings. Do they have what it takes to get a win here in Austria?
I think they surely do. LASK, they have a pretty mediocre record in the competition so far, 2-0-2. And I think the more at this point is to somehow finish second above Antwerp. They play in the Austrian League. They are legitimate title contenders right now in second place. Granted, the Austrian League isn't the best of leagues, but the reverse fixture also didn't go too well for them. A 3-0 loss to Tottenham, and Tottenham's going to look to replicate that result, coming off the back of some excellent performance against Man City. Mourinho has really got this team to click and play the style of football he wants, and more importantly, the players have bought into his tactics and his philosophy. So it's really looking like it's paying off right now. On a team looks like they could compete with the best of them.
Yeah, no, I completely agree there with you. And look, on paper, like you said, Tottenham have the squad that can damage teams any day of the week. Then again, it kind of seems sometimes as if it really depends on which side shows up to play. They have those games that they just can't break the deadlock. Sometimes, for some reason, they play worse against inferior teams than they do against better teams. So it's kind of the showings that I see with this Tottenham side. But given the current situation in the standings, I think Tottenham do have what it takes to get the win, and I think they're making the Europa League quite the priority at this point of the competition, given their recent results. As for LASK, they're going to pretty much need to find some way to get the better of Tottenham here. I'm not sure how they're going to be doing that, given the fact, like you mentioned, that already in the first showing in the reverse fixture, Tottenham were simply the more dominant team, getting that 3-0 win. So it's going to be tough for the home side here. I think Tottenham win is definitely the play to go with. You're getting quite a good value there with Tottenham at the moment. They're around 1.70 odds, so you can get them around that range. And I think they have what it takes to progress as well in this group. Now, moving on, we're going to go on to our second fixture. We're looking at AZ Alkmaar against Napoli. That's in Group F. At the moment, the current situation in the standings is as follows. Napoli is leading the group with 9 points. Real Sociedad and AZ Alkmaar are just behind them on 7 points. So, as you can tell, with only two games remaining, the situation is as tight as it gets. Napoli have been playing well recently, especially during the weekend as they completely demolished Roma at the Sao Paulo, or we should say now that it has been renamed to the Diego Maradona Stadium. They played well, and they did all it they could really to get a convincing win against the Romans. They're currently on form. But at the same time, they're playing another desperate team at the moment, a team that they've been doing a bit better in league form. And at the same time, they'll be looking to pull another upset like they did in the reverse fixture when they won 1-0. Napoli surely can lose twice in a row against them, can they, Luca?
I believe the same thing. I think on the plus side, Alkmaar is coming into this game after some very excellent results. They haven't lost in 4 matches, which is respectable, and their point totals in the group also show that they can compete within the group. They have 7 points, currently tied in second and third with Sociedad. I think we could expect a very defensive game. Alkmaar don't have many dynamic players going forward. They will rely on Calvin Stengs, the young phenom, to maybe hit them on the counter. I think they'll sit back, allow Napoli to have the ball, and try to, steal a victory as they did in the first game. On the flip side, Napoli, as this is a Europa League game, and maybe we won't see the regular faces we've been seeing in the league. Insigne, Mertens, they might rest some players, rotate the squad. At the best, we'll see these players coming off the bench and trying to impact the game. The good news is that this Napoli team doesn't rely on a single player to score. They have goals coming from everywhere, which is, I think, a great sign, a great sign for the team. And even more so, the partnership that Manolas and Koulibaly have struck up has just been working extremely well, and I think it's one of the best center back pairings, maybe in Europe, if they continue to develop at this pace.
Oh, look, you make some great points there, Luca. I'm also expecting some sort of more defensive encounter here, especially given the fact that Napoli could use some squad rotation in this game. With all due respect, I just don't see LA. I just don't see Alkmaar really coming out and putting up the goals that they should against Napoli, against such a pairing, like you said, of Manolis and Koulibaly. At the same time, they did get a goal last time around, and they kept a clean sheet against Napoli. Will we be seeing the same sort of game? You know what? I could actually see some sort of defensive battle between these two at the end of the day. Napoli, yes, they're known to score goals, but at the same time, I'm not sure how much they're willing to risk on the road, given the fact that they are in the lead of the group. And a tie in this game could actually serve both teams well, given the fact that Alkmaar especially will be playing last place Rijeka in the last game of the group stage, and of course Napoli, they're playing against Sociedad. So it is, a tricky group at the time being, but I don't think there's going to be much to separate these two teams at the end of the day. And our play for this one will actually be with the under 3 goals. What that means is that if the game does end with 3 goals, you're getting your money back. So it's considered a push. Anything less than 3 goals is considered a win. So at the end of the day, it's kind of a risk-free bet. I don't see 4 goals in this match, to be honest with you. And I think the under 3 is probably the safest option to go with. Last but not least, we'll be covering an interesting game here between Nice and Bayer Leverkusen. And the reason why I say interesting is because these two teams have been really featured in many goals throughout the first 4 fixtures of the group. Bayer Leverkusen has actually scored 14 goals and conceded 6 in 4 games. So they've seen 20 goals throughout the spread of these 4 games. And Nice have actually scored 6 and conceded 12. So that is a total of 18 goals in 4 games. Some crazy averages there for you, but it's kind of reflective of their performances, I guess you could say, especially given the fact that Bayer Leverkusen completely demolished Nice in the opening round of fixtures. They're 6-2, 8 goals in that game. Could we see something similar here, Luca, or are we seeing something completely different?
We may just see something similar. I think Nice are having an awful season, both in Europe and in the league. The Patrick Vieira experiment doesn't seem to be working out, and they're slowly slipping away from this group. I mean, at the end of the day, 3 points is just not going out of the group. A -6 goal, and they just don't seem to have the incredibly dynamic team. They love to attack. They love to push forward. Leon Bailey is just one of the most offensive. This guy runs out your defense, and they are sure to be scared. In addition, Patrick Schick has gotten off to a decent start with 3 goals in 7 games since joining the club. And, these two performances have made it so that Leverkusen don't feel the loss of Havertz and Volland as much, who played pivotal roles for the team last season. And just a little side note about Kerem Demirbay. I think he's a key cog in this team, and he's really the unsung hero who makes everything click and work. And if he's on the field, I think we can expect a great performance.
Look, I completely agree there, and at the same time, I'm expecting, um, quite the goals in this game as well. As a matter of fact, I read an interesting fact at the moment regarding Nice. As we all know, they need a win no matter what they're in this game if they want any chance of making it to the next round. But it's not only a win that they need; they're gonna have to do it in a certain fashion, and that the only thing that they can do is really score as many goals as possible. Um, I'm expecting an open game here, Luca. Nice have nothing to lose at the end of the day. They need goals. They need to win this game. Leverkusen, on the other hand, can score goals at any time of the day. We've seen it time and time again, not only with that 6-2 performance, but also throughout their fixtures this year. So I think the safe play here to go with is actually on the over 3. We can expect goals from both sides, I'm assuming, in this game. The over 3 is also quite the safe option. At the same time, if the game only ends with 3, like I said in the previous fixture, you get your money back. So there's not much risk you can see in that game. Um, like I said, I'm expecting an open game. Both teams, Leverkusen don't need the win as much as Nice do, but given the fact that Nice need to score goals, you can expect them to open up their game a lot more. And maybe Leverkusen, like you said, with some strong players like Bailey, could definitely take advantage of the counterattacks and hurt this defense like we've seen many, many times this season already. So the over 3 is the play in that one. Guys, let us know your comments as well in the comment section below. Let us know if you're going along with these picks. Are you tailing them? Are you fading them? Are you looking at any other games that could potentially could find value in this week's round of fixtures? Let us know all that in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post daily videos not only involving soccer, but also other sports around the world. And as well, if you haven't yet, click on the bell to turn on your notifications so you'll be one of the first ones to find out when our new videos are out. Without further ado, guys, good luck on your bets and have a great day.